Welcome to Techlearners. In the previous lecture, we have talked about the classes to handle strings in the Java. Today, we will discuss about string class methods, the methods which are available in string class, or we can say the string functions. So these are some basic functions that we need to know about for string handling. So we will talk about some basic functions in string class. So let's start with the first function. The one of the important function is length function. The length function returns the length of the string. Let's see with the help of the program what this function does for us. So let's say we have a string s. So the length function will return the length of that string. In the previous lecture, we had seen how we can declare the strings and how we can print the string values. So let's start and see what value we will get with the help of the length function. So length function returns an integer value. So if I use this length, so in this way we can use the length function. So this is the string. Then with the help of the dot operator, we will be calling the length function. So this will return the length of the string and that will be stored into this integer type variable length. What we mean by the length? Length is the number of characters available into the string. So let's count here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So this string has 12 characters. So this should give us the value 12. Now let's print this len variable to know the length of the string. So now let me compile and print this for you. So let's see that the length function has given the value 12. That means the string has length 12. So this is one of the very important function and we have to use it very commonly. Next function is the char at function. So this returns the char value at a specified index in a string. So let's see what this function will return. Before we start using this char at, let's understand the indexes. The indexes for each character in a string starts with 0. So here T has index 0, E has index 1, C has index 2 and so on. So let's see what this char at function will return. Let's say we have a char ch, then I want to get the character at a position 0. So it will return the char at position 0. Now let me print what character I am getting here. So I am getting, let me print ch here. So on compiling we can see, let's guess, at index 0 we have t. So we should get t in our output. So let's see whether we are getting t in the output. So yes, we are getting t. So the t is the character at 0th index. Now let me change this index instead 0 to 5. Now let's see which character we have at index 5. Let's see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and yes, at 5 we have E. So here I should get E as output. Right, this is E. So in this way we can get the character at any location in a string. Just opposite to this we have index of. So here we will pass the character and we will get the index location of that character into the string. So it returns the index within the string of the first occurrence of that character. So let's see the function index of. So it will return the index. So here int, let's see, in is equal to s that dot index of, and let me get the index of c. So this is c. I have passed the character c. So now let's see the index of let me print the index value. So this is in. Let me compile. Oh, let us check what should be the index of this C. So just see 0 1 2. So the index of first occurrence of C is 2 here, so we should get 2 as output. You can see this is the 2. The index of the first occurrence of C is 2. Let's see, if I write here instead of C, I write E. So there are many E's, 1 2 3. Then which index we will get? Obviously the first occurrence of E. So this is 1. So we will get the index at 1. So let's see the output of this, right? So this is 1. So this is giving us the first occurrence. So let me talk about some more functions. This is the index of next is the compare to. Compare to is used to compare two strings lexicographically. So let's see, if we have these two strings, let's say this is the string 1 and let me write another string s1 and let me write my name in it. So if I compare these two strings, then what will happen? Obviously this compare to string returns an integer that can have 3 values. Let's see, s dot s1 s dot compares to s dot compare to, and inside we will write the second string, and let me print the result. What is the result? So this is you have to print C. So now on 6. So this is 6. So that means this is the difference between the length, that is the first string S is larger 6 characters than S1. If I replace this, like if I write here S1 and I write here S, so this will give us some different output. So this will give you minus of 6. So minus of 6 will indicate that, so you can see this is minus of 6. So minus of 6 indicate that this is S1 is a smaller 6 characters than this string S. So this is how we can use the compare to function here. Let's talk about the other functions. So this is the compare to ignore case, which is similar to compare to with the difference that it will ignore the case. That means upper case and lower case will be considering similar. So that is the ignoring the case. Here in this compare to function, the cases are not ignored. That means the smaller I and capital I are different in each other. So this is the concat, another function. It is used to concat two strings together. Let's see how we can use the concat. It will return another string, let's say a new string. If I concat s dot concat, and inside the bracket if I write the another string, so this will concat both the strings together, and now we can have the new string. The new string is here ns. So what is s? S here is my name, and what is, sorry, S here is the Techlearners, and S1 is my name. So these two strings will be concatenated. The first will be Techlearners, and then it should come my name. So let me compile and show you the result of the string concatenation. So we have concatenated two strings into one. Yes, right now we are not getting any space here in between. So for that we need to concatenate the space as well. So let's see, let's talk about some another function. This is contains, which identify the character sequence, whether the character sequence is present into the string or not. Similarly, this is substring. So if we pass the beginning index of a substring, so it will return a new string that is a substring of this given string. So let's see the substring function. So let's have a string ss, and in this I want s dot substring, and let me pass the index 5. Right, so this is the index 5. Now from the index 5, so from the index 5, this is ss. So we'll have the substring from the index till the end of this particular string. Let's see what is the result. So this is, you can see, earners. In the Techlearners, we can see that the index 5. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. So from here, this is the beginning index, we will get the substring. If I change this from 5, let's say if I changed it to 1, so where is the index 1? So this is the index 1, so we'll get this substring from the beginning till the end. Let me compile and show you that we'll get this substring. This is the substring. We can also use this another substring method where we can specify both the beginning index and the end index. So in this way we can extract a substring that is somewhere in between. So let's say if we want to extract only this one, so we need to specify both the parameters. Let me specify 1 and 6. So what we get, let me show you the output. This is the substring ECHLE. So this is how we can get the substring somewhere in between ECHLE. So this is from index 1 until index 6, less than till index 6. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Remember, this beginning index character is inclusive and this ending index is exclusive. That means the character at index 6 will not be included into this substring. Okay, so moving further with some more functions. In this way we have Nswitch. We have another function, that is Nswitch, to check whether a string ends with some specific suffix or not, or some specific string or not. So we can check this. Now let me show you how we can use this. So this will return Boolean result, true or false. So let's say s dot ends with, and if I want to check whether this string is ending with some specific, let's say I want to check whether this string is ending with rs or not. So I'll specify rs. So this is rs, and now I can simply print the Boolean result. If the string be ending with rs, then the result has to be true, otherwise the result will be false. So in this case it has to be true because the string is ending with rs. Yes, it is true. Now let me make this let me make a change. Let's say this is ts. So whether the string is ending with ts, as we can see, no, it's not ending with ts, so it should be false. So let me check whether this is ending with ts. No, it's not ending with ts, so this will be false. Right. So some more functions, equals functions. It will give you the Boolean result whether the two strings are equal or not, compares this string to the specified object. So let's say if I want to compare these two strings s and s1, whether these two strings are equal or not. So let's say if I use equals, and let me remove this s1, so what should be the equals? So what should be the result? Obviously it should be false because s and s1 are not equal to each other. Right, this is false. Now let me show you one more string. Let me create a new string. Let's say string s2 with value capital N. Right, so what do you think, whether these whether these two strings are equal to each other. Right, the case is different, one letter, capital letter. So let us see whether these two strings are equal to each other or not. And yes, these are non-equal to each other. Why these are not equal to each other? Because of this small and capital letter. Remember, Java is case sensitive language. Now if I make changes, if I convert this to small, and now you can see the value of this and the value of this are very much similar. So now if I compile and I execute, you get a true value now, because these two strings S1 and S2 are equal to each other. Now let's see another function, equals ignore case. That means if we are ignoring the case, in the previous example where n was a small and in the second string n was capital, here would have been the result was true. So this is to lowercase, just to convert a string into completely into lowercase. We use this lowercase function. So let's see, if I have ls and I say s dot to lowercase, so this will convert the string to lowercase. Let me write this string in uppercase first. Let's say if I write some letters in uppercase and some letters to lowercase, then let me to lower case. Right, so let me print this string ls, compile, close, and you can see that this string ls is completely in lowercase, although the original string s has some uppercase letters. Similarly, we can use uppercase also. Let me copy this and show you. If I create a new string US, and if I use two uppercase instead of lower, if I use uppercase, then in that sense I'll get an uppercase string. So let me compile and show you. Right, all letters are in uppercase. So these methods of the string are very important if you want to handle the strings. So another method is toString, which is returning itself. We can compare. This is two uppercase. I have already shown you. This is a trim function which is used to remove any spaces at the beginning or at the end of a string, specifically used while we accept the usernames in the case of login or register. So it is a very important function, trim. So this will remove the leading and trailing white spaces in the string. The another is the value of function, that is used to convert any other data type into the string. Let's say if we have an integer data type, so we can convert that integer data type into string. Let me show you. Integer int is equal to s dot value. This is a string, sorry, so it will convert any integer data type into string. So let's say if I have a string ins, so string dot value of, and then we will pass some other value, let's say a float value 3.4. so this 3.4 will be converted to string, and it will be now into ins as string. So if we want to print, we can print, and we can perform any string related function onto ins. So this is how the other data types can be converted to string values. You can see, although printing doesn't make any difference, but still now this is ins, and you can perform string operations onto this. Let me show you the trim function also. If I have this is string let's say when we enter username, we give some spaces, space, and in the end I also gave some space. So this is a problem while we use username. So the trim function is very useful. We will be using, let's say username is equal to username dot trim. And now if we print this username, then there will be no spaces either in the beginning or at the end. So now let me print this username. Let me print this username before trimming. So let's see the difference. You can see this was before trimming. We have a space in the beginning as well as a space at the end, and once we have trimmed this, there are no spaces either at the beginning or at the end. So this is how the trim function is useful. So in this way we can use more functions like index of with different variations, is empty, last index of to get the last occurrence of a character. We can use content equals, we can use copy value of, we can use format function, get bytes function, hash code function, intern functions, matches functions, and there are many more functions. So we have discussed some basic string functions today, and I hope you have understood these functions. You will be able to get more from these functions when you will be solving some problems that are based on strings. In upcoming lectures, I'll be discussing some major problems for the string handling, and using those problems you can be more perfect with this string handling and with the functions of the strings. So that's it for the today's lecture. Subscribe the channel, like the video, and hit the bell icon so that you can get the notification of my upcoming videos.